Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Geneva High School Fall Sports Awards for 2020. Due to the circumstances out of our control, we will not be able to have an in-person Fall Sports Awards distribution. Fall Sports Awards will be distributed to the athletes that are in school this week. Any online or ATEC students may pick up their awards at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, November 17th. You will need to stay in your car and form a line heading north at the cone on the east side of Geneva High School. Anyone arriving after 6:30 will not be able to pick up awards and will have to make arrangements with Miss Crosley for another time. Anyone that still owes a uniform to be turned in will also not receive any awards until that uniform is turned in. Thank you, everybody, for making this season such a success, and congratulations, coaches and athletes.
Hello, Geneva. I would like to congratulate all of the fall athletes on all of their accomplishments this past fall and for one amazing season. One perk to being the athletic director is getting to see so many of these young men and young women playing the sport that they love. I love to watch the emotion and the passion that they all exhibit on and off the field and court. I cannot thank each of you student athletes enough for doing everything that was asked of you by myself or by your coaches so that you could continue to play the sport you love. You may not know that Geneva was blessed to be evaluated by the Ohio High School Athletic Association 7 out of the 10 football games that we played this fall. Every OHSA official stated how amazing our football team was at social distancing on the sidelines, the spectators for following the guidelines, and for the workers helping to uphold all of those guidelines. The cheerleaders as well continued to social distance and wear their masks. Volleyball officials stated to me constantly how shocked they were that our team constantly followed the protocols on the sidelines and also followed the procedures for the pregame announcements. I have always prided myself on doing what is right, not necessarily doing what others are doing. You as a student athlete did what was right and never complained about what the other team was doing or not doing. Because of that, we were able to finish our fall seasons. You deserve a round of applause. I would like to thank all of the coaches for their help in upholding all of these guidelines this season. It's been a really crazy summer and fall. Being patient with me as we work through change and reschedule. I would also like to thank the high school secretaries for all of their help in all of these COVID changes. There was times in which I needed a project done in like 20 minutes, and it would take me hours to be able to accomplish what they would do for me in 20 minutes and get the project done. They were an extreme help during these COVID change at times. I would like to thank the maintenance department for upholding and keeping the fields in tip-top shape, lining the fields, mowing the fields so they looked really good, and also were in nice shape for us to play on. I'd like to thank the bus drivers that took the trips, that took us to our events. I'd like to thank Central Office because without their permission, we would not have been able to come back and start our summer workouts and be allowed to play for the fall season. So we thank you. I would like to thank all of my activity workers that came out during all these COVID times, exposing themselves and working and helping to uphold all the guidelines that we were all faced with. So thank you. Lastly, I would like to thank you parents for just accepting all the changes you were given during these times, adapting to the lower numbers of spectators that we are allowed, wearing your mask and social distancing in the stands. I truly appreciate your willingness due to these times and just doing what was asked. And now I will turn this over to the coaches to talk about their seasons and highlight the aspects of the season. Don't forget, athletes, to attend your team award night so you can get all of your patches that you deserve. Congratulations to everybody.
Hello, Geneva. Before we get into the boys soccer season, I'd like to say congratulations on a successful season to all of the other fall sport athletes and coaches. Look back to July when there were some serious doubts on whether or not we were going to be able to have a season. Here we are after an 18-game boys soccer season. Truly feel blessed and privileged just to have been able to play this year and have a season. And if nothing else, this season really showed us that the privilege of being able to play games is one that we shouldn't overlook or take lightly. I'd like to thank everybody who made this season possible and gave us the opportunity to play this year. I'd like to thank Scott Carley, who has helped me coach this team for the past 6 years. Your tireless efforts to improve this team are truly appreciated. Thank you. I'd like to thank Buddy Cardeman, who joined our coaching staff this year and brought in a new perspective, a new outlook on how we do things, and really brought a fresh look to our team. Thank you, Buddy. We appreciate all of your efforts. I'd like to thank Cindy Allen for organizing all of our team functions, pulling together a fundraiser during these crazy times, and just organizing all of our team events. I really appreciate all that you do for our team. I'd like to thank Jen Crossley, who puts in all kinds of effort for us and all the fall sports athletes, especially in this year with all the additional hoops to jump through, just to be able to give us the opportunity to play. So we thank you for that, Ms. Crossley. I'd like to thank Dee Graber, our trainer, for her unparalleled support and care of our athletes. Truly one of the best in the business, and really appreciate everything that you do for our team. So thank you very much. Thank you to everybody who made this season possible. Like I said, it was truly a privilege just to be able to play this season and play the game that we love to play. As for our season, we had 7 wins and 11 losses, and it was much of a roller coaster season for us all year. We had a strong summer, went out and won our season opener before kind of got bit by the injury bug and lost 4 games in a row. But our young guys pulled together. We had quite a few guys really step up and answer the bell. And we ended up winning 6 of our next 7 games, including just a crazy game down in Chardon that we were able to pull off. And then losing a absolute heartbreaker to NDCL on a really cold and rainy night. From that point on, our schedule got extremely tough. We played 5 of the best teams in the area. And although we were playing excellent soccer and we probably the best soccer of our season, we were unable to get any wins in those last 5 games. But our team continued to play strong. We got better every game. And even though we weren't beating those teams, we were playing really good soccer. We earned a home playoff game against Lakeside and played one of our best games of the year, looked really strong against Lakeside and got a home playoff win, which earned us the right to go down and play in Massillon against Massillon Jackson, which is one of the top 4 soccer teams and programs in the entire state of Ohio, Division I. So that trip was exciting. It was fun. We didn't end up on the right side of the scoreboard, but it was definitely a fun experience. Overall, we had a very successful season. I'm proud of our boys. I'm proud of the way we played this year. We had, like I said, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of adversity to overcome this year, and we really stuck together as a team. And what's rewarding as a coach is we continued to get better throughout the season, playing our best soccer at the end of the year. And that's the goal of every year. So I'm really proud of our season, really proud of our boys this year. Moving on to some award announcements. At this time, the only awards that we know are from the Greater Cleveland, as well as the CVC Conference. I'd like to first announce our first team academic All-Ohio. Andrew Cozy earned that award this year. Honorable mentions for the All Greater Cleveland team, John Wong, Matt Seekinen, Ethan Yost, and Stefan Leckington all earned honorable mention in the Greater Cleveland Awards. Moving to our conference, the CVC first team award winners. We had 4 first team award winners: Jason Pakatko, Matt Seekinen, Stefan Leckington, and Dakota Hutchinson all earned first team All CVC honors this year. Second team All CVC honors, we had 2 players, Jack Kohlhoff and Ethan Yost, both earned second team All CVC honors. So congratulations, guys. Those are the awards that we know of at this time. The last award that I want to announce at this time is our Team MVP award. Our Team MVP is voted on by all of our players. So this is a true honor to present this award. Our 2020 Team MVP, as voted on by the players, is Kenley Cunningham. Congratulations. Congratulations to everybody on a successful season. And I wish you guys all the best of luck. Thank you.
Hello, this is Coach Sorber, head football coach of your Geneva Eagles. Welcome to awards night or banquet for our fall athletics. I'd like to say congratulations to all the other head coaches in sports for outstanding fall seasons. I think we're very fortunate in 2020 to be able to get these in. And I commend all my fellow coaches and the programs for following all the protocols and being able to keep our teams playing. 2020 has been a challenging year for everyone. I know it's been one of the most exhausting seasons in the 29 years that I've coached. And I'd like to thank, so many people, and I know I'll forget somebody, so please forgive me if I do. But first of all, I have to thank, our players and their parents for your perseverance and your commitment to our program. We ask a lot of our players. I know you have to drive them a lot and have them here and there at all times and be on time and get picked up. And it's an all year round program, whether it's lifting, team activities, fundraising, football, youth camps, or our own practices and games. I couldn't be more proud of a bunch of people that have, committed to the program, because without the parents and players, obviously we have nothing. Secondly, I'd like to thank my fellow coaches. We've been together now for 6 years. When we took this program over in 2015, I asked, again, so very, very much of my coaches as well. They are in it to win it. They work very, very hard, very, very proud of them. They're an excellent group of men who model everything that we want our football players to be about. And the philosophy of our program is we use football to make better young men and better citizens of our community, better sons, better brothers, et cetera, teammates, classmates, all the way around. It's an entire commitment, and it's really more of a way of life. And without all my coaches committing to that, I'd like to recognize them right now. Coach Don Shimsky, who's our defensive coordinator. He also coaches our split ends. Matt Pete, our offensive coordinator. He coaches our quarterbacks and our defensive backs. John Maribel, who is our offensive and defensive line coach. Jay Corlew, who is our running backs coach, our linebacker coach, and our special teams coach. Also, Chris Clemens and Josh Williams, who run our freshman program. It's been a very highly successful program for years now, but they are very much integrated into our varsity and JV programs as well. So I want to say a shout out to you. Thank you to you and your families for everything that you've given to our program, and personally for me, grateful and thankful for all that you guys do. It's an all year round job, as I've said before, and it's relentless. And the recognition of my assistants is, they don't get enough credit, that's for sure. I'd like to quickly thank Dee, our trainer, for keeping our guys together because of our outstanding off-season and in-season weightlifting, conditioning, agility, and training programs. Our athletes are largely very healthy during the year. We've been blessed over the last 3 years where we've not had any major, seriously injuries, or a lot of them. We've been able to keep our starters on the field for 3 years now. And that's, again, an accomplishment of our program, our off-season program. Gridiron Club, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention our Gridiron Club, who provides the funding for all the technology that we use and the fundraising they do to keep our programs at all levels going. Our administration for allowing us to do what we do. My middle school staff, who put together an outstanding year as well. and all of our supporters in the Eagle Nation out there that have watched this program go from really nothing to something in a handful of years here. We are now on the radar. We're very proud of that. This year's version of the Geneva football was going to be a kind of like we were in January. We talked about, are we going to be a rebuild? Or are we going to be a reload this year? And we knew it was going to be a test of what our program really is. This was the year that we were really going to see coming off an 8-2 season a year ago. We wanted to see if these guys would simply just fill in and just reload rather than rebuild. We kind of flew under the radar initially. Nobody thought a whole lot or had a whole lot of respect for us. They thought maybe we were just a one-year deal, but we knew more about our program and what's deep inside our kids at this point. This year we finished the season 8-2. We legitimately qualified for the OHSA playoffs this year. Whether it was a pandemic year or not, we would have qualified. We were 6 in Harbin points, the top 8 in our region, which our region happens to be one of the most difficult in the state of Ohio. We finished number 6 in Harbin points, finished 8 in the coaching poll, added legitimacy to our playoff bid when we beat Harvey, the first playoff win in Geneva football history. We followed that up with a come-from-behind win against number 9 seeded Hubbard, which really claimed legitimacy of this program in the second win in the second round playoffs and set us up for a regional semifinal with the number 1 team ranked in the state, which is obviously Chardon, which didn't end the way we wanted to end, but boy, did we make some inroads this year, and boy, have we gotten on the radar statewide, and that's really proud about. When people talk about Geneva, they're talking about the football program largely now, which never has been happening for the last 20-some years for sure. We've won the only playoff games in school history. We hope we have something running, and now we have the bar set high and we're ready to go. This team can be proud of its accomplishments this year, its culture, and the progress it's made. Geneva football is now on the radar. It's a very good football program, which is known in the area and outside the area as a well-disciplined, hard-working, hard-hitting team that's going to play for 4 quarters. The bar's been raised, as I said before, to what it takes to be a Geneva football player. It's totally encompassing to be in our program now. It's about your grades, it's about your behavior, it's about your work ethic, it's about your execution, discipline, and your availability. Your availability is your greatest ability, and we're really, really proud of our program, what it stands for, the kind of players that come out of our program. We don't have any of our all-county nominations yet. That's happening next week on on November 11th on Veterans Day. CVC results have not come out. I haven't gotten district results yet, but I would expect to see a lot of your Geneva Eagles on that, and they are well deserving of that. I'm so proud of this year's senior class. So many of them were playing JV a year ago. They trusted the process when not a whole lot of people trusted the process. A lot of times in today's society, when a player is not starting by their junior year, they hang it up, they blame the coach, they do this, they do that. This group hung in there, they paid their dues, they were on the scout team for 2 years, they were willing to play JV, they were selfless, and when it became their turn this year, they really, really, really stepped that up, and I'm so proud of them for what they've done this year. I do want to share my screen with you. I'm sure you're not real excited about seeing a whole lot more of my face here. So I am going to share my screen with you so that we can take a look at a few pictures while I continue to talk about some things. Obviously, this is a picture of our historic 2020 Geneva Eagles. Very proud that we are still able to feature football teams at every level to what we do. Overall, our varsity was 8-2. Our JV were 7-2. Our freshmen were 4-3. Our 8th grade was 6-1, and our 7th grade was 4-3. So winning's not just a part-time thing or a small thing. It's an all-the-time thing that we work on throughout our program, top to bottom, in all sorts of ways. At this moment, I'd like to just kind of announce what award winners we do have this year, and those are voted on by the players. And our offensive skill player of the year is Charlie Taylor. Our offensive lineman of the year is Matt Grzinski. Our offensive player of the year is Ben Scabona. Our defensive lineman of the year is Charlie Taylor. Our defensive linebacker of the year is Zane Francis. Our defensive back of the year is Wyatt Fuderick. Our defensive player of the year is Zane Francis. Our scout player of the year is Micah O'Hanley. And our team most valuable player is Charlie Taylor. So congratulations to those players. They are voted on by their peers. We have other two more awards I'd like to talk about, which is the coaches vote on the following awards. Our Hard Hat Award to one of our hardest working players and one of our most dependable players is Brian Spencer, who attends absolutely everything that we do, whether it's off season, in season, wherever you need Brian. Brian is always there. You can count on him. He is a very dependable player. He's been a joy to coach, and he does what you have to do to get it done. And we are so proud of Brian. He is somebody who's worked his way and paid his dues, and he is the type of player that we value very much in our program. Our Coach's Choice Award to a very deserving football player here. He's one of our most consistent football players. He got quite a bit of playing time as a junior, certainly an undersized offensive and defensive lineman. Austin Messina, he's just in the trenches, man, on both sides of the football. And he's a very, very good football player. He's worked very, very hard for us. And he's one in a million. I'd like to also take a moment and recognize our four captains, which are Brian Spencer, Austin Messina, Charlie Taylor, and Ben Scabona. You guys did an outstanding job this year for us. And as I prepare to wrap this up, this group of guys right here, our seniors, boy, are they a bunch of special guys. There are only 12 of them, but they were 12 you could count on. They were 12 that you could play. We are going to miss them immensely in our program. We're hoping that our juniors can be just like them. They're solid, they're dependable, and they show up. Couldn't be more proud of them, and we wish these guys the best of luck as they move through the course of their senior year. Best of luck to them in their sports as they close out their senior year, and they're part of the Geneva football family forever. They've made history here. It's going to be hard. They will be remembered. They are in the lore of our football program. We're so very, very proud of what our program has done this year. It's definitely become a handful to run this program at this point. We are so grateful to everybody who helps us in our efforts to provide a successful program to this school district. I'm very excited about what we have coming up in future years. So with that, I'd like to kind of bring our 2020 football season to a conclusion as far as this awards banquet is concerned. And next year's already on the roll, and I'm sure that our graduating seniors will have great futures. They've left a mark to be measured by, and we're pretty much counting on the rest of the groups that will come back in and fill in are going to be just like the guys we've had here. Coach Corlew called this group the Junkyard Dogs, and I couldn't concur anymore. So thank you for taking the time to watch this. Stay safe, stay healthy, have a great holiday. And if you know anybody who wants to play football, you know where to find us. Take care, folks. Thanks a lot.
Hi, I'm Anna Hazler. I'm the head coach of the Geneva High School volleyball team. And first thing I'm going to do is put up a team photo so you can get to see who these girls are. All right, this is a team photo from picture day. So early on in the season in August. So this is way back before we even played a match. I love this photo. It definitely gives their personality, and I'm super proud of them. A quick recap: the varsity finished 7-13. That was our overall record, and we were 6-6 in the conference. Volleyball-wise, highlights of the season would be beating Edgewood at home, second time around. This was late in our season. That match was just amazing. It was full of emotion, full of heart, two local teams just battling to get that win. And I could not have been prouder that night to get that win. Chagrin Falls, we beat them in 3. We surprised them a little bit. And those are always the best wins to get. And honestly, the end of the season, we played NDCL in our final match of tournament play. And there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to finish in those state finals this year. They were just tough, NDCL. But we battled, and we were positive, and every point was a victory. And I was super proud of how we finished so strong in tournament play this season. A couple special thank yous. I'd like to thank Mrs. Nugent. She helps us do the clock during our home games, and I'm just so thankful to have someone I can trust to do that job. Also like to thank Maddie Bovey. She did our scorebook this season, and just super pumped to have such wonderful people help us out this season. Our next slide, this is just from the beginning of the season. We haven't even played a match yet. We were just super excited. This was one of our scrimmages, just ready to play, happy to be there. And I think that was just kind of a common theme throughout the whole season. We were happy to be there, genuinely happy to be there, happy to play, happy to practice, happy to work hard. And there were so many times where we could have chose to be negative or chose to complain. And I'm just so pleased and so proud of all the positivity and the choice to just do the right thing and to stay positive. This is our JV team at our Beaumont match with Holly Strano. So we got a picture with her. Another varsity shot of just being together and having fun, and how proud and how awesome it was that we got to have this season. And then again, there's our final shot. Some more thank yous. I'd like to thank Jen Crosley and the administration for their support this season. There were so many decisions made behind the scenes and so much information thrown about. Thank you so much for your support and keeping our athletes and our coaches safe. Thank you, Bobby McCoy, for live streaming some of our matches and for putting this video together. In this day and age, I'm sure lots of people are very thankful for you and for, the students that helped you out. We very much appreciate it. Now on to our MVP. We do have some first team, second team, and that kind of information. I'm going to save that for our banquet. The volleyball night is November, let me make sure I have the date right before I say it, November 23rd at 6 o'clock in the auditorium. So for volleyball again, November 23rd at 6 o'clock. But team MVPs, the girls voted on this and it was a tie. And I could not be prouder of that. We had co-captains this year with Chrissy Oros and Morgan Stoltz. So it was only right that they tie in this as well. So MVPs for this season, I 100% agree, Morgan Stoltz and Chrissy Oros. Chrissy finished with 313 assists this season. She was our leadoff server. She had 24 ace serves in 40 kills. Morgan, 16 ace serves, 586 passes, and 195 digs. She's been our libero for the last couple years, and she's very vocal on the court. And I think the two of them together, Chrissy and Morgan together, they had the perfect combination of leadership. Super positive, and just a pleasure to work with them this season. I know the girls love you, your teammates definitely looked up to you, and I'm super proud of your growth and just the athlete and young ladies that you have become. Thank you so much for watching the film. again, congratulations to all fall teams. We had tremendous seasons and super proud of how everything just worked out. I mean, the staff and school, you did just a wonderful job. Good luck to the winter teams. Stay safe, stay healthy, and go Eagles. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Coach Torok. I'm here at the tennis courts behind the Geneva Middle School. It's a beautiful day. It's Friday, November 6th. Who would have guessed to be this nice on November 6th? Hope you enjoyed my little panoramic view at the beginning. This is my first venture into short film, so please don't judge me. I should have probably had some music in the background for that beginning. I hope maybe next year if we have to do this again, I'll have a little California Dreaming or by the Mamas and the Papas. As you can see, the nets are down, the leaves have turned. About a month ago, we just finished our season, so I'm here to give you a little recap on the season. I feel fortunate to be out here. I feel fortunate to have had a season. If you look on these courts behind me, I've been blessed with tremendous players over my 23 years that I've been able to do this. So let me gather my notes and we'll begin. I always congratulate the fall sports teams at the beginning. Cross country had a tremendous year. Coach Long does a tremendous job. She got a little running factory out there, so congratulations to her. Golf had a great year. Shout out to boys tennis player Aiden Richmond. Tremendous year, made it to districts. Kudos to Aiden for his performance. Football, great season. Great shout out to Coach Sorber and his staff. 8-2, 3 playoffs games. Tremendous year. I'm really surprised you guys got through it, but you did it with flying colors. If they ever do a Mount Rushmore of the Geneva coaches, they'll have Coach Herpy, Coach Bradshaw, Coach Ellis, Coach Koval, Coach Sorber up there. Tremendous job. Way to keep that football program going strong. Shout out to the athletic boosters. They always keep us outfitted, and tremendous job helping us out when we need money. Administration, tremendous job just putting sports on the field and on the courts this year. Shout out to Jen Crosley. She was very overwhelmed with what was going on this year, and she came through with flying colors. Thanks for doing that, and good luck with the winter and the spring. JV coaches, unique situation. I've had 3 JV coaches the last couple years. Former standout players here at Geneva, do a tremendous job, make my job so much easier. Shout out to Coach Griffiths, Coach Rose, Coach Monroe. Once again, I couldn't do it without you, and it makes my job so much easier. We had a new logo this year. There it is on one of my masks. Shout out to Shane Klug for just helping us design that, and hopefully you'll see a lot more of that in the near future. It's pretty nice, and hopefully we can use that a lot more. Ellen Cumston made those masks for us. Shout out to her for helping us do that and getting our word out about Geneva tennis, and also keeping us safe. Bad thing about being outside, you might hear some lawnmowers, you might hear Howard Anderson's dogs chirping in the background, but we'll try to get through this. Tiffany Warner takes care of our fundraisers. Thank you, Tiff, for getting us money so we can keep the girls outfitted and keeping our program at the level where we need to be successful. Sue Selman helped us out with the uniforms this year, last year, a couple more years. She's done a tremendous job, makes us look good, and we appreciate what she does. Dee Graber's our trainer. She's done a tremendous job just keeping us healthy. I know she's juggled a lot, especially this year with this global pandemic going on, but she keeps us healthy, and we appreciate what she does. The last thank you is always for my wife, Debbie. This is where you say, but she definitely puts up with more than most. So I appreciate what she's put up with for the last 20 some years, and also won the boys season in the spring. So thank you, Debbie. Last year, we were very inexperienced. I think we only had 3 letter winners returning. This year we had a lot of experience coming back, and it transpired into a successful season for us. We had 15 girls on the team. We had 1 freshman, 5 sophomores, 7 juniors, and 2 seniors. We say goodbye to 2 seniors this year, Jessica Gary and Abby Anderson, who were tremendous assets to our program the last 4 years, and we're definitely going to miss them. And we have some things when we get into the breakout session on Monday, November 23rd. So thank you to Jess and Abby. 15 total girls this year. We didn't get to do our junior high club team, but hopefully we can do that in the spring, and that always helps us out. We play in the CVC Valley Division. We finished second, lost by 1 point to Perry in the tournament this year. Very close. Perry's a very strong team, so we appreciate what the girls done, and hats off to them for their accomplishment there. We finished 5-3 in the regular season in the CVC. We finished 14-7 at the varsity level, or 14-8, I'm sorry, and once again, that's a very successful season against some very quality opponents that we play against. JV season was 16-1. Shout out to the JV coaches for doing a tremendous job. 16-1 is nothing to shake your hat at. They did a tremendous job, and it just shows that the future is bright here with Geneva tennis. Honors in the CVC. First team, our first doubles and second doubles team, Amelia Riddell and Maddie Fortney played first doubles in the CVC tournament. They'll be first team all CVC. Second doubles team was Lauren Stark and Emily Dries. They finished first in the second doubles flight, and they'll be first team all CVC. Second singles player Cynthia Seams will be second team all CVC. She finished second in the tournament. And Mackenzie DePopi finished second in the third singles flight. She'll be second team. Honorable mention goes out to Gabby Selman, our best player, who had to fight against some pretty good players in the CVC, but didn't back down, and she'll be honorable mention CVC. All County. I'm gonna bring this trophy up. This is nice to have back in our possession. St. John won the All County tournament the last couple of years, and it's good to have that back in our possession. That's kudos to our girls for bringing that back, because it wasn't easy. St. John was very good this year, as was Lakeside. All County honors will go first team, Gabby Selman, our top player. At number 1 single, Cynthia Seam is also first team, as is Mackenzie DePofi. Our doubles teams that played in the tournament were Amelia Riddell and Abby Anderson, and they'll be first team doubles, All County, as will Lauren Stark and Maddie Fortney. So congratulations for them. Also a little shout out to Abby Anderson for her performance in the All County tournament at St. John. She really battled a knee injury, and if it wasn't for her, we probably don't win that tournament. But shout out to her, as of the other girls who made us the county champions once again. Turn that around. So this is good to have back in our possession. This is always on our list to accomplish, and it's back where it belongs here in Geneva. I want to show you the team. You guys can see that. Here's the team picture. All right, pretty good group of girls there. All right, we appreciate what they did this year. I have 2 awards that I want to pass out this year on this video. First one is our MVP. Usually when I give out the MVP, it's usually the one with the most wins, the most points, the one who won the most matches. I usually ask the girls if they want to look at the stats before they vote on the MVP. And for some reason, when I mentioned MVP and I mentioned it, this should be the person, if they're not in our lineup, we're definitely not as good. And that kind of clicked with a lot of these girls, and they realized what the MVP is all about. I always think that everybody's important on the team, but if you take away one player on that team, which player is it that's going to make us less? And I think we came up with another good recipient this year. Her record wasn't the best on the team. It's 14-11. She did play against the toughest opponent from the other team each match. If she doesn't play at this position, obviously, we're noticeably weakened, and I think as I mentioned, our teammates realize this. And our record is definitely not as good if she doesn't play there. This court 1, it's right behind me, is kind of hollowed ground here in Geneva. A lot of great players have played on this court, and they've gone on to bigger and better things. Some played in college, some are tennis professionals now. And this young lady's got definitely a bright future. She's only a junior, and she's got a year left, and we expect big things, and I think she expects big things of herself next year. I think she should be probably the best player in the county next year. I think that's on her list to win the county tournament and also do well in the postseason. And I really think the best is yet to come from this young lady. She's arguably the best girl athlete here at Geneva. And this year's recipient of the MVP for the second year in a row is junior Gabby Selman. So congratulations, Gabby. We'll have some hardware for you when we get to it, when we get to our breakout session. The other award is the Beth Hazler Award, Memorial Award. And attached to this video, we're fortunate to have Emily Stark, her name Emily Kudnick now, who was the first recipient of this award 30 years ago. And I've watched the video already. It's a tremendous video, and it'll be attached to this to see who the recipient of the Beth Hazler Award is this year. Thank you for this opportunity. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Bob Zimney years ago used to time people and see who was the longest and really give us grief. And I've learned from that. The first year I did it, I went a long time, and he gave me grief for the whole year. So this one's for you, Bob. I think we're a little around 10 minutes. Yeah. So go Eagles. Thank you for this opportunity. Good luck to all the winter sports teams. Hopefully you guys can get through. And I'll see you in the spring with the boys then. Stay safe. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Emily Kudnick. Some of you might remember me as Emily Stark. And I've been asked to present the Beth Hazler Memorial Award for the Geneva Girls 2020 tennis season.
This Memorial Award was named in honor of my friend, Beth Hazler. This is now the 30th year this prestigious award has been presented. I was honored with this award the first year it was presented, and it was extremely humbling. Beth was born with cystic fibrosis, but if you knew her, you couldn't tell she had a diagnosis of any sort. What she did have was a personality that was full of joy, adventure, and determination. I remember being a 5-year-old little girl and my mom telling me that Beth couldn't spend the night because she was sick. I couldn't understand it. She had one of the most lively personalities of anyone I knew, and she definitely lived life to the fullest. Sadly, Beth never got to play a single tennis match here at Geneva. In the fall of 1989, she endured the strict conditioning regimen, which was led by Coach Arnold Bradshaw and Coach Alex Stetzer. She conditioned without complaint and never gave up. Unfortunately, Beth lost her battle with cystic fibrosis, and she passed away that October. Her mother, along with Coach Stetzer, thought this award would be an appropriate tribute to Beth's fight and desire to endure. When asked to vote on this award, the team is asked to pick a player who plays for the love of the game of tennis, the one who practices when she doesn't have to, one who never complains, one who does what is best for the team, the consummate team player who doesn't worry about statistics, the one who leads by example, and the one who is a joy to be around. Some of you may know the Hazlers from Mrs. Hazler's teaching career at Cork Elementary and Mr. Hazler's time umpiring on local baseball and softball diamonds. The inscription on the plaque reads, "In loving memory of Beth, whose dedication and desire made an impression on all of our lives." This year's winner finished with a record of 22-5, which was the best on the team. She made it to the quarterfinals at the Solon Division II sectionals as a doubles player. She and her partner were the Ashtabula County Tournament first doubles champions. She and another partner were the CVC Valley Division first doubles champions. She was named All Ashtabula County First Team and All CVC Valley Division First Team. Finally, with a year left to improve her stats, She moved into the top 30 Geneva girls all-time record books with a 41-12 career. This year's very deserving winner is Amelia Riddell. Congratulations, Amelia!
Hello folks, going to give a rundown of our boys golf season here. To start off, we were really on shaky ground, as all the sports were during the COVID times, but very happy we got it in and we had a great season. We started our season off at the Bronco Open at Madison Country Club. We had a third place finish, but very good. We moved on to the Irish Open at Youngstown Country Club, had a 6th place finish there out of 30 teams, which I was proud of the boys playing well there. Then we moved on to our seasonal play in the CVC, which we defended our CVC title back-to-back years. We were undefeated last year and we went 10-0 this year, and we won our season tournament there. I was very happy with the boys. We had Aiden Richmond, who made first team all CVC, followed by Hunter Metz, who made first team all CVC. Devin Morrison, Caleb Nugent, and Cole Elpoco make second team all CVC. So we had a very strong showing this year. I was very, very happy with that. Also, when we went to districts, it was from my coaching perspective, it was a very bittersweet day for us. We had our best season there in about 10 years. Fortunately, we came in 5th. We misqualified as a team by districts by 2 shots, but Aiden Richmond qualified to move on to districts. He had a good play showing there at Hinkley Hills. Didn't qualify for state, but held his head high and he did a pretty good job playing there. So congratulations to Aiden. Getting on to our sports awards. Let's start off with Caleb Nugent. He was a 4-year senior letter winner. I think it's very impressive for the young man to earn 4 varsity letters. We had Devin Morrison, who won the Don Crane Memorial Scholarship. And then we had Aiden Richmond, who wins his back-to-back team MVP. So congratulations to all the boys. I appreciate the family and the parents working with me, and juggling things around. And congratulations, boys, and look forward to the season next year.
Our first race was at Hawken. I got first place for the boys race. Both boys and girls teams got second overall. It was really muddy. I remember there's this kid in front of me who kept cutting the course. Me and Alex ended up beating him at the end, so it was a pretty good first race. I liked it.
After meet, we ran at Garfield Park. Our boys placed 7 out of 14 teams and our girls placed 9 out of 14 teams. That has been my personal favorite race out of all 4 years I've ran. Something memorable this year would be when I saw the Mentor kids carrying around like the mile split timer, like the really big mile split timer, and when we taught the boys a TikTok dance. I think overall this year was a pretty good season though, and I'm excited to see how they'll do in the coming up years.
So our all-county was at War on the Shore, which is not where we normally have it. It's pretty much our hardest course of the whole season. It was hard, but it was actually really fun. We were expected to lose by 2 points, and we ended up winning by 9. And we were even down a player, and we still won. Alex ended up winning that race with that hard carry, but the girls didn't end up winning, which sucked, but it was still a fun time.
So at the Grand Valley meet, there were 3 teams. The boys and girls ran together, and we won the race. I loved that race. I had a great time. I didn't do so good, and a lot of us struggled because it was a hard course, but we ended up winning still. And I remember we took a team picture there, right underneath the entrance of the school, and I thought that was awesome.
So the night run, it was really epic. I broke 20, yeah, no big deal. First time breaking 20, pretty swag. The girls got 4th, and the boys got 10. That's pretty cool. But JV PR'd a lot, and we did really good, and it was really epic. And it was an awesome run in the night, and it was poggers, yeah.
Let's try at Edgewood with Edgewood and Perry. I ran probably the best that I ran this season. Felt pretty good. We got apples and juice when we finished our race.
So I took a big cardinal meet, and both the boys and girls got first.
I ran pretty epic. I PR'd, and I know a lot of other people did too. So it's kind of epic. That's it.
Our CVC race this year was at Hawken. We had previously ran this race earlier in the season. The boys came second and the girls came fourth. First team was Alex, Zach, and Renee. Second team was William, Owen, Grace, and Maya. Prior to the race, I ate half a tub of peanut butter and then ran better than I ever have before.
So for our districts this year, we were at Madison High School, and as usual, it was cold and rainy because cross season is always cold and rainy. And we were actually down 2 girls, especially Ella, who is a senior. We really wanted her to be able to be there. We really wanted to pull through for her and be able to make it on to regional. So we all ran our hearts out, and the girls team qualified in 6th place, and the top 6 teams qualified. The boys team unfortunately did not qualify. They ran 10th place, and the top 8 moves on. But Alex Reese qualified as an individual, and he moved on to regionals.
So regionals it was a meet. It's very muddy. The weather was pretty nice though. Like, it's normally during regionals it's like really stormy and like dark out, but that day was like, it was really nice. It was like how it is now. The sky's blue, a nice happy time. I was the only boy who qualified for regionals, so it was just me and my boys there for support though. My homies, my home dogs. The girls did pretty good though. They got 10th overall as a team, and that's pretty good. They did a good job. Proud of the ladies. It was our last meet. It was kind of sad. So that's how it's gonna go. But my cross experience has been one I shall never forget. And all the memories I made, all the people I've met, how much I've changed it as a person. And I really couldn't ask for a better team. Love everyone on my team too. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Cross country.
Okay, I decided to let the team talk about our season. I figured all the parents really wanted to see the kids, definitely more than me. We had a great season. I know we worried at the beginning if we would even have a season. The kids kept working hard all summer. So to definitely go through with it, make it out of districts to regionals, I'm just super excited. These kids work hard every single day, and they're the best group of people to be around. So thank you, everybody.
Welcome to the Girls Soccer Postseason Awards, a season with unprecedented restrictions and uncertainty, but the team stepped up and performed great. I'd like to give special thanks to the following: Jen Crosley, our athletic director, assistant coach Brent Carrick, assistant coach Chad Marison, and our announcer scorekeeper Randy Woodworth. This season, 17 girls participated in the varsity soccer program, and all 17 girls lettered. Our overall record for the regular season was 10-7-1, which included 60 goals for, 48 goals against, and we recorded 8 shutouts. In the state tournament, we beat Perry in the first round in an exciting 2-1 game. In the second round, we came up against Niles McKinley and lost in a double overtime penalty shootout. In CVC division play, we were 6-0, though this season there would be no CVC championships. In the division, we outscored our opponents 43 goals for and 0 goals against. In all 6 games, no teams scored a goal on us. In CVC individual honors, 4 girls made first team: Ashlyn Horoski, Kelly Calhoun, Kylie Sheeman, and Eileen Zeng. 2 girls made second team CVC, McKenna Proy and Cassie Emmett. 2 girls received honorable mention in the CVC, Megan Greenwood and Olivia Wilms. Additionally, our program is part of the Greater Cleveland Coaches Soccer Association, and this year we are awarded the following: Senior Academic Awards went to Megan Greenwood, McKenna Proy, and Kelly Calhoun. Second team Greater Cleveland for the second year in a row went to Kylie Sheeman. Greater Cleveland honorable mentions went to Ashlyn Horoski, Eileen Zeng, Kelly Calhoun, and McKenna Proy. Our overall MVP award winners this year goes to 2 young ladies that skills complement each other: our 2 center defenders, Eileen Zeng and Kelly Calhoun. Additional awards include our Offensive Player of the Year, Kylie Sheeman, our defensive players, Eileen Zhang and Kelly Calhoun. Our Most Improved Player, Gloria Kinnunen. Our Leadership Captain Awards went to Megan Greenwood, Kelly Calhoun, Eileen Zhang, and McKenna Proy. Thank you, ladies, for stepping up as leaders and captains for the team this year. Ladies, thank you for a wonderful year, and I look forward to seeing you play in the future. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Coach Anker. I'm the head coach of the girls golf program, here to give a 2020 recap of our season. Before we do this, I want to extend some thank yous. Thanks goes out to Ms. Crosley, our athletic director, for everything she does, not only for our program, but for everything she does for all the other programs. Our administration, our athletic boosters, our parents and our grandparents, the Geneva on the Lake Municipal Golf Course and staff, and also to Coach Adams, who is our assistant coach, and all the great work that she does with our beginning developing players as well as our more experienced ones. So thanks to all of you people for everything that you do each and every year to make our programs work and run smoothly. Okay, so for the recap of the 2020 season, our girls had another fantastic year, had an 11-3 record. We did not have a conference champion like we normally do in years past. We did not have our pre and our post tournament. We did not award points for the number of matches that they won. Instead, they just had a end of the year tournament, which determined a tournament winner, and also the tournament was used to determine who was first team, second team, and honorable mention selections. Unfortunately, we did not win that tournament, but two seniors, Corinne Dushny and Nia Gribbins, were named first team all conference, and Isabella Aparicio and Abby Tagle were named for honorable mention. And just recently, the all-county selections were named, and again, Corinne and Nia earned first team all-county award, as well as Isabella Aparicio earned first team all-county. And Abby Tagle and Hannah Berg were named an honorable mention. So congratulations, ladies, on a great season. For our MVP, we could not decide on just one person for our MVP award. Two girls were very instrumental in the success that we had this year. So we decided to go with a co-MVP. And this year, our co-MVP award winners are Corinne Dushny and Nia Gribbins. Congratulations, ladies. Very proud of all of our young golfers this year. They did a tremendous job on the course and off the course. It was a tremendous season. It's just a good time to be around the whole staff. Everyone works well together, great attitudes, and it makes each year successful, no matter what our record is. So we're looking forward to next year, and hopefully everyone will have a good day. Thank you.